woke up. You ready? Let's go, baby. 5 on 3. 1, 2, 3.
The Bills have won each of the last 7 meetings with the Dolphins.
The Dolphins feel extremely confident after that huge fourth-quarter comeback in Baltimore last week.
The visiting team is cooking in the direct sunlight.
Away we go from South Florida.
Third down.
High-rise stadium, everybody go get your grills, man. Time to cook. Dolphins, 60 minutes in the game, we be playing to the end, and we C-O-O-K, cooking buffalo, chefing at the Hard Rock, and we putting on a show. D-O-L-P-H-I-N, 60 minutes in the game, we be playing to the end, and we C-O-O-K, cooking buffalo, chefing at the Hard Rock, and we putting on a show. Let's go! Cooking buffalo, let's go! Cooking buffalo, let's go! Cooking buffalo, let's go! Cooking buffalo. Fresh up off the wind, we was down but made it back. Purple smoke up in the air, that's that Raven pack. We was mad, disappointed in the first half. Came back and cleaned them up, that's the bird bath. Moving on now, team feeling strong now. To a time the anthem, we're about to learn the song now. We got cheetah, defense beater. Slow them down, they got a chance. 17 through the scene, hit them with that water dance. Anyway, defense straight, got our stockpiling. We gon' dig a big hole for him and Josh Allen. We'll celebrate this week, but Sunday we are not smiling. Get your grills and make them hot. Flame them like that yellow light. D-O-L-P-H-I-N. 60 minutes in the game, we be playing to the end. And we C-O-O-K, cooking buffalo. Chefing at the Hard Rock, and we putting on a show. D-O-L-P-H-I-N. 60 minutes in the game, we be playing to the end. And we C-O-O-K, cooking buffalo. Chefing at the Hard Rock, and we putting on a show. Let's go! Cooking buffalo, let's go! Cooking buffalo, let's go! Cooking buffalo, let's go! Cooking buffalo.
Hey, man, McDaniels, he's gonna need a wheelbarrow, man, for his nuts to carry around, man. He got a lot of cocoa on this, you know what I'm saying?
It's a new season, new era. Are y'all ready? Mcjb. I got one question for y'all. Are you ready?
Jello Beats, holla at me.
This a new season. We going hard this year for a reason. Lombardi Trophy coming back to the 305. Going super crazy and we gonna be fine. Got a couple or can, you better full send. You know I'm talking about my Phins, cause we gonna win. Tua in his 3rd year, you know it's Tua time. Whole team working hard from that summer grind. Everywhere you go, it's Phins up. We going to the Super Bowl, you know what's up. You better watch out, cause the Phins are here to stay. You know we getting dubs, we ain't here to play. Waddle and a cheetah, you already knowing that we are gonna beat ya. You know we going all the way to the Super Bowl, because that's the plan and you knowin' that's the goal. You know I'm wearing aqua orange on me every day. Let me tell you what I gotta really can say. M-I-A-M-I-D-O-L-P-H-I-N. Where do I begin?
You begin with Tua Tagovailoa, representing for Samoa, turn and beat the barbacoa. He gon' strike like a cobra, you know Cheetah ain't gon' slow up, so we bout to run the score up. Yeah, we really bout to blow up. 17, bout to show up in the eye of the beholder. Got the defense second guessing, does a penguin have a shoulder? Everybody wanna kick it, but forgot they need a holder. If you try to sleep on us, we wake you up and smell the folders. Yeah, the Super Bowl is what we own, and if you ain't about that, please be gone. M-I-A-M-I-D-O-L-P-H-I-N. That's where it's going. TD.
This a new season. We going hard this year for a reason. Lombardi Trophy coming back to the 305. Going super crazy and we gonna be fine. Got a couple or can, you better full send. You know I'm talking about my Phins, cause we gonna win. Tua in his 3rd year, you know it's Tua time. Whole team working hard from that summer grind.
Whole team working hard from that summer grind. Mcjb and TDPT got together and made this track so breezy. Our haters shook, they got the heebie-jeebies. Tua's gonna be the new MVP. Must see TV, get the Lombardi back to the city of Miami. Put that on repeat.
Miami, Florida, Dade County, 305. Yeah. On the Gulf side of Florida, they said it wouldn't rain. But down in South Beach, yeah, we about to make a sting. 305 Miami, we about to have a blast. Got a guy from Batman, he's so stupid fast. On the Gulf side of Florida, they said it wouldn't rain. But down in South Beach, yeah, we about to make a sting. 305 Miami, we about to have a blast. Got a guy from Batman, he's so stupid fast. Jalen Waddle with the catch, to a throw it, go fast. Big Mike with the round, O-line looking style. Miles G with the run, South Beach having fun. Other team gonna lose, don't care who boos. 305 is the place to be. If you don't believe me, just wait and see. Don't care what people really gotta say. Ride till I die, Phins up every day. We winning the game, we going to a party. Spitting on the beat like Playboy Cardi. Gonna take a pic with Waddle. About to celebrate with a bottle. Dolphins about to win the dang ring. Ground and shine, bling bling. Don't give a what, look if you buck. Your team is so trash and they really just suck. His squad. Miami Dolphins, my squad. Aqua and orange on me every day. Shawty really about to be my bae. I'm always repping the 305. If you hate to leave, you can say goodbye. At the end of the day, Miami with the dub. After the game, I'll see you in the club. On the Gulf side of Florida, they said it wouldn't rain. But down in South Beach, yeah, we about to make a sting. 305 Miami, we about to have a blast. Got a guy from Batman, he's so stupid fast. On the Gulf side of Florida, they said it wouldn't rain. But down in South Beach, yeah, we about to make a sting. 305 Miami, we about to have a blast. Got a guy from Batman, he's so stupid fast.
Hit squad representative. Big beats, we eat squads up for dinner. Legendary team, better watch how you approach them. If you can't swim, get tossed in the ocean. Get lost in the ocean. Bad attitude, we be causing commotion. They ain't kind of boy, one claim South Beach. When the South Florida sports so low, the mouthpiece. MIAMIDWA, that's the way I vibe. Throw fins up, that's the way we ride. All around the globe, Dolphins worldwide. When I click with JB, then you know we made heat. Lead teams in the dark like it's new EP. Phins out of this world, we the new EP. Defense doing magic, make your QB sleep. When we hit the field, then we get into the grind. Hit that touchdown song, then we get into the shine. Working every day so we can get back to the prime. If you check your clock, you can see it's 2 a time. Even if it ain't ticking, then the fans still there. Screaming out loud with our hands in the air. You either got a full cup or a can in the air. Win the Super Bowl, that's the plan this year. Yeah!
Gulf side of Florida, they said it wouldn't rain. But down in South Beach, yeah, we about to make a sting. 305 Miami, we about to have a blast. Got a guy from Batman, he's so stupid fast. On the Gulf side of Florida, they said it wouldn't rain. But down in South Beach, yeah, we about to make a sting. 305 Miami, we about to have a blast. Got a guy from Batman, he's so stupid fast. MCJB.
Welcome everybody to the Phinsaholics show. I'm your host, Batman2423, here on Miami Sports Music, the #1 network out there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to be dropping the link very soon. Let me get into some of the news, man. Shout out to everybody in the comment section. Love y'all. Please hit the like button as y'all come in. You want to donate to the channel, please, ladies and gentlemen. Steven has a lot of big plans. A lot of the plans are unfolding. Steven has a lot of big plans for Miami Sports Music. So I encourage everybody, donate to the channel. A lot of big stuff is coming. A lot of big stuff. I see y'all in the chat. I see Cruz just came in. I see Triple S, CT, Raphael, Adam. Shout out to everybody. We could go on. I see Green Rap with the best comment of the day. Best comment of the day. And the reason why I like this, one, Nightmare on Elm Street is one of my favorite horror classic series I've ever seen. I'm a big Freddy Krueger fan. Batman and Freddy Krueger are two characters I grew up since I was a child. Big diehard fan of Freddy Krueger. One of the best beers we have down here in Miami is called Nightmare on 24th Street. Nightmare on the 305, Tua Kruger. I like that. I'm going to roll with that. Green Rat, you better trademark it because I want to roll with that going forward. I like Tua Kruger. It's in the minds of a lot of fans and stressing out a lot of fans, playing games with a lot of people, thinking about them every single day on these streets as far as Twitter and YouTube. But nonetheless, appreciate everybody. Hit the like button. Batman's enjoying a beer. It's kind of like my Friday, even though I do work Friday, but I'm off tomorrow, so I'm gonna enjoy myself today, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of crazy stuff. Nobody fears too, but I love Freddie as well. All right. So, a lot of stuff has transpired, ladies and gentlemen, and Batman's hearing from the grapevine down here in Miami. As much as I hate to say this, but things are heating up with Tom Brady. If I'm going to be honest with y'all, again, every time I state something, take it with a grain of salt. Listen, I got called out today on Twitter. I had to turn up, and I'm just going to say it how it is. you know, a lot of people say they got sources. A lot of people, you know, say they have, you know, hearsay from such and such person, connections, and that's not discredit. A lot of people do. A lot of people have a lot of sources, you know, and we go back from like last year when the Debo stuff came out, you know, didn't transpire, led to the Byron being pissed, and you know, I came out on Larry's channel along with Capitan from the Phins tailgate, and we told everybody about a week before the trade happened and went down. Miami had another receiver in mind, but they were trying to see if he would become available. Now, that being said, there's private text messages and stuff like that Tyreek was an option that we saw, just nobody thought it was possible. That's what we had heard. So when we came on these platforms a week before the trade happened, Tyreek was one of the options I saw. Another option that I saw that, you know, Miami was interested was Marklin, the wide receiver from the Washington Commanders, number 17 himself. So Miami Dolphins were deeply into conversations and trying to bring in another star receiver, Deebo Samuel. You know, there was a lot of rumors back and forth. And people were like in the thought that, you know, we were full of shit. Now, the night before the Tyreek trade happened, I remember that trade happened like in the middle of the week. It was like a Tuesday or Wednesday. Remember the night before, I had a private text message going back and forth, and I was told by a few sources that Miami was interested in Tyreek Hill. They were really trying to make a push, and it wasn't for sure that it was going to happen, but they were making a strong push for Tyreek Hill. We woke up the next morning. It was around 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning, and boom, everything hit the fan. Tyreek Hill was a Miami Dolphin. And, well, actually, the morning started about Tyreek deciding between the Jets and the Dolphins, and then boom, Miami Dolphins. It happened. Bradley Chubb trade. Bradley Chubb, you know, I want to say about 5 hours before it went viral, whether it was Sports Center, ESPN, Adam Schefter, anybody on Twitter. Batman was on YouTube live on Phins fans panel, and I'm reporting that Bradley Chubb is done and is a done deal. He is a Miami Dolphin. About 5 hours later, everything broke. Bradley Chubb happened. So again, nobody hits, you know, 10 for 10, 6 for 6, 5 for 5. The odds of you being able to hit on you know, rumors is very slim to none, right? But you know, you got to trust who everybody has different sources. Is which people can you trust as far as sources? Let's go. Let me finish the Brady situation. So, for what I'm being told, no matter what the situation, or no matter what the circumstances, Tom Brady is coming to Miami. As far as the Dolphins, we will see. When I say Miami, is he's coming down here to continue his life, retire. He might, you know, poke his head as far as something in management with the Dolphins. The other option is he might play. But nonetheless, Tom Brady will be coming to Miami to live here. Nonetheless, it's a for sure gone conclusion. You know, the rumors happened, you know, started with, you know, last year, I want to say somewhere around, let's say July, August, that he was building a house here in Miami. And I actually ran into somebody at a bar that was a friend of a friend that he was part of the people that were in the plans as far as making the house for Tom Brady. It was a house that he was trying to build for his family, for obviously when he was with Giselle. And things didn't work out. So when the divorce happened, I always speculated whatever happened to the process of that house, that they, you know, did Tom Brady get to keep it? Did she get to keep it? Are they scratched? Does Tom Brady still want to continue to build a house? Well, the house is still being built, and that's going to be Tom Brady's home. It's an $18 million house down here in Miami. Take that to live on the water. Take that into consideration. Just about 24 hours ago, we got videos of Tom Brady here locally in Miami, you know, basically checking out private schools for his kids. He has children that live down here in Miami. You know, that is something that you really got to look into. So again, you take it with a grain of salt, take it for whatever it is. I'm a big Tua guy. I moved off from the Tom Brady speculation as far as myself wanting him here. I don't like it, but I mean, I could understand why a big part of the fan base wants him. He's a 7-time Super Bowl champion. He's a winner. You could argue the greatest quarterback of all time. He's just taking a big enough step for me that he comes here. Tua is not going to be a part of the Miami Dolphins. He's going to ask for a trade, demand a trade, and we might not get to see the fruition of Tua. And Brady could come here, get hurt 1 year, and retires. And now we're stuck with going into the draft, and not knowing what could have happened with Tua. And again, a lot of people are going to say we've seen 3 years of Tua. He has the injuries concerns. Granted, the concussions is very serious, right? It is considered an injury. He missed 4.5 games for us this season. We needed him in big moments. He wasn't here. I could understand the frustration in the fan base. Nonetheless, Tom Brady is a spectacular player, whether everybody wants to consider that he's taken a step back. I know he had a lot of injuries on the offense last year. His O-line is about the same. He has a better running back. There's different scenarios. That defense is still intact. That defense is nasty in Tampa. But if I was a betting man, I would say it's a 50-50 that Brady actually does come to Miami. Again, the other 50 is him retiring. I don't think Las Vegas is an option anymore. It just doesn't make any sense. Why go across the country when you have family in the East Coast, right? Especially kids here in Miami. It doesn't make any sense at all. Why not retire in Miami? Beautiful weather, still in the Florida weather, a little bit more heat than it is in Tampa, but Florida weather, stay with the state income tax in Florida still. Get to stick it to Bill Belichick twice a year. That's something I'm sure he would consider. And you're possibly giving him the best wide receiver duo in the NFL. I know some people from other fan bases are probably going to tell me no. Another team has a better wide receiver core. You could argue Cincinnati. You could argue Tampa. We got the fastest for sure. Brady is a high caliber player that he can bring players to come play with him for cheap. I mean, a la Leonard Fournette. He's playing for box of crackers and cookies to play in Tampa. Again, take it with a grain of salt. I'm not trying to push anybody to be a Brady fan, because I'm not a Brady fan, but I always, I go back to this take. I was never a big fan of LeBron James in the basketball world. I'm a big Kobe Bryant fan, the biggest Kobe fan you'll ever meet in your life. As a Kobe fan, you don't like LeBron. It's in your genes. It's in your blood. You just don't like LeBron. You respect his game, but you don't like LeBron. When LeBron decided to be a Laker and start a championship run, you have to go with it. He is leading your team. The logo's before everything. He's leading your team to the promised land. The ultimate goal is to win you a championship. LeBron delivered. I was happy. He solidified himself in Laker or Laker world, that he is a staple. And thank you for doing that for this franchise and for my team. I was happy, and it kind of a little bit changed my attitude towards LeBron. So I tell people that hate Brady, despise Brady, don't like Brady, just F Brady. And we're used to saying this as a Miami Dolphins fan base, that if he decides to come to Miami and deliver that championship that we haven't had since 70s, and last time we won the Super Bowl was in the 80s, you got to give credit when credit's due. And you can't say he's going, just like he's chasing a ring. I mean, he's going to a great team, but why not want to do that? All those reasons I gave you, with the house, with the school, with the Bill Belichick sticking it to him, coming to the receiver corps, being able to see his family every day after the game, before the game, after the game, on the weekends, all the factors are there. So we can take it for whatever we want as Dolphin fans, but that is the reality. Tom Brady is a very good possibility to be a Miami Dolphin. Now, whether he's going to be willing to take a little bit less of a discount than the $25 million he was making last year, that's another question. To be willing to take somewhere around 15, 20, help the team out, bring in some more pieces. Again, Brady gets guys to come. He could probably get some of his linemen to come over here for cheap. These are all factors. These are all things that we need to consider. Gronk might come out of retirement. A lot of people, when I say, hell no, Gronk is washed up, he's going to come to Miami just to party. I mean, it's true. But, you do need a tight end. Mike Gesicki's, not going to be a part of the Miami Dolphins. The other bit of news I'm going to get before I open it up, ladies and gentlemen, Vic Fangio, the elephant in the room, was scheduled today along with Sean Desai, his disciple. Sean Desai is the Seattle Seahawks defensive assistant associate head coach last season. They've worked together with Vic Fangio. They have ties together. Desai has been a defensive coordinator for the Chicago Bears in 2021. There's a rumor on the streets because both candidates, Sean Desai was brought up on Saturday as a potential candidate for the DC job. And today, when the news came out that they were both coming in for an interview for the same position, with my mindset, and I've been saying this for a few days, I think they're both coming here. I think they're trying to plan this out so where you could get Vic Fangio as your DC and Desai will be his assistant with a little bit higher of a title than what he has in Seattle. And now you're talking about a whole nother unit because look, Vic Fangio specializes in linebackers. That is arguably the worst unit we've had in this entire Dolphins football team in the last 10, 15 years. Our linebacker unit has been putrid. We need somebody that can infuse some talent, bring in some new faces, use the guys in the correct schemes. These are all things that we want as a Miami Dolphins fan base. Sean Desai has a little bit of history with safeties. Obviously, he's been a defensive coordinator, but he has a little bit of a history with Chicago with the defensive safeties coach. Something that we got to look at. Helping out Javon Holland, Brandon Jones, maybe a Poyer. News on the streets is Poyer might become available. And Miami might be able to pull the trigger on that. Not as crazy as a deal. I know a lot of people are going to say, but we need a replacement from Eric Rowe, whether we put Poyer in that role or we put Brandon Jones in that Eric Rowe role. I wouldn't hurt us to bring in Poyer for the right price. I don't think he's going to break the bank. There's rumors out there that he might command $18 million for a one-year deal. I think it's going to be way much less than that. And he's good friends with Tyreek. I'm a big fan of him. Him and Tyreek are great friends. I believe they share the same agent, I think, too. I think it could work out. I think Poyer could be a Miami Dolphin. I know for a lot of people in the fan base are like, hell no, you're crazy. He's an injury prone, but he's still a beast, ladies and gentlemen. He's still a monster. He's a monster. Pair him with Brandon Jones and Javon Holland. That is scary, ladies and gentlemen. Very scary. But yeah, I'm with the mindset that they came in today. Josina Anderson reported that it wasn't so much of an interview that the Miami Dolphins were going to have him to have. It's more of a talk compensation, what he needed as far as a talent staff, discuss the intangibles of the job of what he would want to do with assistant coaches. These are all things that were discussed today as per Josina Anderson's comments on Twitter. So it was basically how much you want, what do you need from us, and when can we get it done? I didn't expect the Miami Dolphins to come out and basically get anything done today. We're probably going to have to wait till the end of the week. I mean, a lot of people are waiting on a Sean Payton situation. But yeah, I think sometime, towards the end of the week, maybe even this weekend, we might get some news, or maybe we have to wait till next week. But ultimately, I think Miami Dolphins have the best to offer. Young talent, young team, good players, open check. And he's probably going to get paid more than Mike McDaniel as a DC, but I don't think McDaniel minds that. And tomorrow, the Miami Dolphins have an interview with Saints co-defensive coordinator, DB's coach, Chris Richards, for their job. So that is another candidate that's coming tomorrow. That's why I said no matter what, the Dolphins are going to go through their interview process. They're going to make their assessments, but I know that what they want is Fangio. And then they can get Fangio along with his co-pilot. I think this is going to be a formidable team that I think we're all going to like. No, the Barkley rumor, CT, listen, it came out on yesterday that Barkley declined a $12 million offer from a year for the Giants, and Barkley seeking $16 million. I don't see Miami Dolphins paying $16 million for Saquon Barkley. Just don't see it at all. I don't see it at all. But yeah, let me drop the link, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I'm not gonna go too far today. I might go like to 10 o'clock. I got some things I gotta take care of after the show. But yeah, I'm gonna drop the link, man. Jump on with Batman. Let's chop it up. Let's talk it up. Let's talk some Phins, man. If you want to get some news or more, or you're interested in any questions, we got news last week about Salvin Ahmed and Nick Needham possibly in talks with the Miami Dolphins to return. That is great news. Miami Dolphins are definitely gonna have to start, talking about what they want to do. Another interesting topic while we wait for everybody to come in the back room. I'm with the mindset that I myself, my opinion. I think most people in this fan base are going to say this, but I don't think the Miami Dolphins are going to give Tua the fifth-year option, right? And I think a lot of us in this fan base, want to see just Tua play out for this last year. Don't decline the fifth-year option. And if he works out, you franchise tag him, eat the bullet, pay 47, or wait and give him a multi-year deal if he works out, plays the full season, gives you everything got, same consistency that he had throughout the year. At that point, you pay him. But, somebody brought up a great point that was like, if you give him the fifth-year option and Tua works out, you don't want to be in a situation like the Giants are going through right now, where they didn't give their quarterback the fifth-year option, and now the quarterback might not return. Now they got to hit the draft. Again, these are all things that could happen, but It wouldn't surprise me if Miami would give him the 5th-year option. That's being honest. It wouldn't surprise me. Same thing. It wouldn't surprise me. I hear Brady's coming to Miami in about 3 months. It would not surprise me. But yeah, I dropped the link. Everybody jump on. Let me bring in Todd. Let me bring in
What's
CP.
going on, Batman?
And David.
Yo.
Damn, David, you've been gone.
I can't hear. I can barely hear you guys, though. There's something wrong.
Somebody
David,
got the YouTube
you gotta
in the background.
close YouTube. You gotta close YouTube. It's giving the echo.
Hey, Batman, I wouldn't be surprised if we gave him the 5th-year option.
David, you got the you got the YouTube, David.
Is that better?
Yep.
Nah.
We hear you now.
I wouldn't be surprised if we gave him the 5th-year option.
Nah,
David,
David,
you still got the YouTube, David.
Yeah, it's David.
Back out and come back in, Dave.
Nah, he's got to close the YouTube thing because it's he didn't turn off.
Yeah,
YouTube.
I'm gonna say it might be easier for him to do it that way. But no, I wouldn't be surprised to get the 5th-year option. I really think we're gonna end up with Vic as our defensive coordinator, though. Yep, I think he'll be getting announced soon.
And I do kind of like the idea that you brought up, though, is, oh, shit, it's Todd. He was out, and Todd was doing it.
No, it wasn't doing it. It's still not doing it. It stopped. I can talk.
Todd has a sound, but it's not an echo.
No, I have.
Yeah, Todd has like a sound, but he doesn't have the echo. The echo was coming from David, but it was good. It's all good. You guys can come up.
What I was saying was I kind of like your idea, though, because if he brings that assistant from Seattle, we all know what happens in a year or two when he gets another head coaching job. So if that guy's his protege, let him ride under him. And then when Vic Fangio is gone, but I like that. But I also like we got, obviously Sam Madison is gone. But I would like to see Patrick Surtain maybe get that role if he doesn't get his.
Patrick's gone. Patrick's gone. He's at FSU.
It's gone. It's Madison who stayed. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'd rather have Sam Madison be up there. If you can't get your guy, fuck it. Groom fucking Sam Madison.
I'm telling you, I think I know why we kept Boyer last year. I really do.
Something quick, guys.
Because Vic Fangio wanted to get paid as a head coach, and
listen, it took me
here to come with Mike McDaniel.
It took me several months, but I finally finished it. Okay,
you got to see this.
I just finished it today. Videos posted on the Phinsaholics show. If you haven't seen it yet, it took me forever to get this mask because it's discontinued. It took me forever. Let me bring in Brian as well. What's going on, Brian? What's going on, David? I am completely happy because for those of you that know, I've been trying to finish this helmet and customize it for the past before the season, so since August. I finally finished it today, and let me know what y'all think. It is my second favorite helmet after the black one. It does have an orange tint on it, visor.
So when are you going to put that one up for auction?
So I decided that I am going to go into the helmet building business for those of you that want helmets for next season. I'm going to get my hands on the helmets. These are player-worn helmets from the Miami Dolphins. And Batman just customized it completely. And
that's nice, man. That really is.
I'm going to get into the business of making the helmets for those of you that want helmets. And they're all going to be player-worn. They're all player-worn helmets. And, again, visor, everything is fully customizable that I did as far as even the icon on the front, the visor, the mask is the hardest thing that it took me forever to find, especially in this color. But, yeah, man, I'm going to get into the helmet business. Batman's going to start up a page for anybody who wants to get a helmet. I'm going to be doing that.
Batman, you did a hell of a job on that one, man.
Right. It literally, I wanted it to be perfect. And then that's why I had to be patient every single week, checking eBay multiple times, just trying to find that face mask. It's impossible to find because it's discontinued. And to find it in gray, impossible. And the funny part is that face mask, and I'm talking about the grill, just the gray part. The grill itself, it's probably around $250, and I got a deal on it. Just the grill, this grill, because they don't make this grill anymore. It's about $250, very similar to the 201 that I have up here, but not the same. But yeah, I got a hell of a deal, under $100 for it. So I'm happy. And again, I got the Tyreek jersey. I'm going to be doing a giveaway at 1,000 autographed.
So I need to win that. I need to win that one. You know why?
It's going to be a 1,000 subscriber giveaway.
Hey, Batman, you know why I need to win that one? I plan on moving to Kansas City. I'm planning on moving to up right out an hour outside of Kansas City. You know I've got to wear that around town just to rub it into their fans that Tyreek's in Miami now.
But it's an autographed jersey, though. You don't want to wear that.
No, you're right. Autographed. I'll just take pictures of it and show everybody.
It's like Keith, my coworker, said, "Hey, the black helmet is fire. That's my favorite helmet." Let me give you guys a quick, so you can see the helmets. Besides the one I just showed y'all.
That black one is fire.
So I have the 2000 helmet. I got the 70 helmet. This is the current helmet. The black one I customized. All these are customized by me, all of them. And then obviously you got the 80s helmet, retro throwback that we wear now. But I'm complete. I want to make a retro throwback black one now, but that's gonna take some time. I'm not ready to do that.
Hey, can you do one of an 80? I want to try and find one around an 82 because that's when I became a fan. I would love to get one around that.
It's like this one. It's like the one I have up here. It's like an 80. It's an 80s helmet. This is an actual authentic helmet too. From the I got this in a thrift store. But
really?
Yeah, I love helmets. I got it for $20. That's an actual helmet. Came in the box from like the 80s, man. It's crazy. Can't believe it. Couldn't believe it. But yeah, nonetheless, man. Brian, welcome to. So yeah, Brian, as you didn't get to hear this today, but you got the icon on it, the Tom Brady. Things are spicing up with Tom Brady with the Miami Dolphins.
Looking at schools.
Whoa. You said it, what, Batman? Because my day got better. I mean, yeah, I'm happy. Vangio, I mean, somebody in the front office is not a moron, so they have Vangio, our defensive coordinator. So, but now you're telling me that
actually, it was McDaniel who wants Vic Fangio real bad. Fangio, McDaniel wants Vic Fangio really, really bad.
He wanted Fangio last year.
Yes.
And supposedly the rumor was they had conversations, and he told him, I would absolutely be interested, but I'm going to stay at home and collect my millions because if
13 million.
That's nice. That's nice. But we have a better news, right? Which is the news that, but yeah, that's nice defensive coordinator.
All right, here, hey, the big thing is, hey, Tom Brady. Tom Brady.
Hold on. I want Batman to tell me this good news that he's telling me. You said Tom Brady, the GOAT, the 7-time Super Bowl championship winner.
I'm saying this, Brian. This
is who's washed up and barely beat the Carolina Panthers.
Oh, look at that. That look good, huh? Look at him. He looked like a genius.
Here's the thing. Tom Brady was looking at private schools for his kid in Miami. His kids.
Look at him. Look at the goal.
Yeah, just because he wants to live here.
Oh my God!
I honestly think. How many times did we hear about the whole thing of, he promised to spend more time with his kids.
Yeah,
he was going to retire and move to Miami, and then he came out of retirement, and Giselle said, "You know what? Fuck you. I'm done." Period. That's exactly what happened.
And
why? Because Tom Brady went home like me with 5 kids. He went home and he spent some time with those kids and was like, "Oh fuck no, I'm going back to playing football. Fuck this."
And Brady can see his ex's house from his house. That's how close he'll be to his kids.
So Batman.
Yeah, but that's if the Miami's house isn't just a fucking summer house, vacation house. Because
not with how much he paid to get that thing built.
$18 million.
That ain't shit. But
that's a lot of money.
Wait,
that's a lot of money.
Wait.
But here's what I'm trying to say though is so again, is she fucking moving to Miami then? Because if not,
she's already living in Miami.
She lives across the water. She lives across the water from the house he's building.
I thought that was in
No.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
No.
That's what I thought.
No. She lives across the water in Miami. You could see her out from his yard.
Batman, tell me the news.
This was the plan the whole time. Then Then he was coming down here regardless of whether he plays here or not.
Regardless, he's going to be in Miami no matter what. Whether he's part of the team as a quarterback. Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. Can we hold on? Just guys, wait. Batman haven't even told me the good news. Damn.
Okay. So
I want to hear this good news you're talking about.
So within the last 24 hours, things have. I know you've seen things on Twitter. And things that I've been told. That no matter what, Tom Brady is going to be in Miami living next year. Now, that being said, whether it's retirement, whether it's playing for the Dolphins, or being a part of,
he's a GOAT.
or trying to be somewhat part of the Miami Dolphins.
All GOATs retire at one point.
The man is going to retire.
Because the guy flat out lied to her and said I was going to retire.
Who cares about his wife and shit? We're trying to win Super Bowls.
Yeah, I know, but that's the difference. Is you care about winning the Super Bowl. The question is, do you think Tom Brady gives a flying fuck at this point in his life?
You don't think his wife was nagging when he was winning all those Super Bowls?
When he was winning, that's the problem.
CT, the one thing I can say that Tom Brady would want to do, and I hate to say this out loud because I'm with you on this, is number one, be the first quarterback to win with 3 different teams. Number 2, stick it to Belichick.
Twice.
Number 3, I don't think you could put it past him wanting to win 10 Super Bowls and say, I got a decade's worth. Who's going to catch me? His ego.
Nobody will be able to do it.
I don't know about 10 Super Bowls.
If we want to be realistic,
it's going to be 8 Super Bowls.
Todd.
With the Dolphins.
Let's be realistic. Here's the thing, though, Brian. I get what you're saying. I agree with you, but here's my 2 issues with it. Number 1, he's not what he used to be physically. Yeah, he hasn't dropped off a cliff like other quarterbacks have, but that's because he has trained well. He has TB12. He takes care of his body. I'm not saying that. But again, you've seen quite a bit this year if you've watched any of his games.
I did watch it.
Okay, and you have seen that his fucking arm is nothing what it used to be.
Why we keep talking about the man's arm? That man literally threw a deep to Mike Evans. Like, it was really on his hands. Like,
I will say that. Hey, I will say this though, and like I said, I'm with you, CT. I think he's about done. But in Mike McDaniel's system, I think it could be scary, the quick passing and the getting.
That's where, again, you didn't let me finish. That's the whole point, is that's where I was going to say. But then again, you put yourself in the position where his intelligence, his ability to read the field, and Mike McDaniel's scheming, then yeah, I can see it that way and taking 1 or 2 shots a game. I can see that. The other problem I have with it is I understand your idea is I don't give a fuck who we win with and whatever. And I get that. But I'm not that way. I'm sorry, but it's an age-old adage, if you can't beat them, join them. And I'm sorry, but if the Miami Dolphins cannot prove they can find their own fucking winner, then all of them need to fucking go.
Now
real quick. Here's the feedback on that. CT. This is the thing, CT. You gotta understand that is a Miami motto though.
That's the problem.
You're taking someone who whipped your ass again.
Because you can't find your own talent.
This is a Miami thing. We did it with the Miami Heat. You can't beat them, join them. I can see it happening with the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah,
Now,
this
hey, hold on.
you brought LeCry
You want
in
back to
too.
back
That's the
LeBron
whole
James.
problem. Is that's
Now,
my
here's the thing.
philosophy.
LeBron
But
Here-
that's where you're
James.
missing it. It's my philosophy. It's the same way. I hated
Batman.
when they brought LeCry James here just to win championships.
Batman.
Dwayne Wade didn't need LeBron to do it.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did to do
Bullshit.
it back
He
to
won
back.
one without. Hey,
Back
so
to
how
back,
many
he
did
did.
LeBron win
Hold on.
before
Dwayne
that
Wade needed.
without Dwayne Wade? Oh
What
wait,
is we
0.
talking about?
How many did Dwayne Wade win by himself without all
One.
the other
He
bullshit that
only won
LeBron
one.
had in Cleveland?
Okay,
Oh
and
wait,
what that mean?
one.
LeBron
Yeah, that's
won.
right.
LeBron won one
Exactly.
too. He won one
Hey.
without Wade too. So what are we talking
Hey,
about?
hey, let me ask you.
No, he did it.
Batman.
LeBron didn't win shit before he came here.
Batman, you know
Okay, and we ain't
you
win
know
shit.
the rumors,
What are we
right?
talking about? Dwayne Wade won the championship what in 2008,
2006.
2006. Like what are we talking about here? Literally,
Hey.
Pat Riley, literally Dwayne Wade, literally shared a part of his money. He cut his own pay to put LeBron James and Chris Paul because he knew that's gonna help him win games. And we literally
Hey,
went back to
let me
back.
ask you something. Let me ask you guys
Back to
something.
back.
Dwayne Wade wanted to win more than one, which I had no problem with. The problem that I have is going, okay, I can't find my own fucking talent, so let me go overpay
Everybody
a
does
bunch
it.
of
They do it
guys
in the
for
trade
their fucking
deadline.
talent
That's the
since
whole
I
point.
can't fucking
You
do
know the
it on my
definition of a
own.
trade deadline. You know the definition of a
CT.
trade deadline. We get other
Oh, I'm
winners that we
aware.
can see that could win here.
There's
That's
a
why
difference-
I
there's a
see
difference
Poirier coming to
between-
Miami.
No, my thing
Hey,
is
let me
there's a
ask you
difference
something, Batman,
between going
before
and
they-
getting Aaron Rodgers. If we want to go get Aaron Rodgers, I'm fine with that. But if you don't want to sit here and admit to yourself that you guys being all over Tom Brady's nuts, that all you're doing,
want
not
Aaron
even being
Who was
fanatical,
looking
is
poor
you guys are
in the-
being fucking sellouts. That's exactly what
Hey,
it is.
Oh, because
Von Joe,
you know
Von
what?
Joe,
That's
hold on, Brian. So Von Joe CT said for you, he said, what the F CT talking about? He acting like what we do. We haven't been able to fix that position for 30 plus years. Are you talking about clearly we don't know how to draft QBs?
Thank you,
Yes,
Von
Now,
Joe.
that's
hey,
exactly what I'm saying. That's
hey,
exactly what I'm saying.
hey,
But the
let me
problem
ask
is
you
to
something.
go get Tom Brady is being a fucking sellout.
Hey,
Period.
CT, let me ask something. You know the rumors of who we're looking at in the second round, right?
Who's
I've
that?
heard a lot of stuff. I've heard a lot of things.
Well,
I've
we've
a lot
heard
of things.
the big one was the Gators quarterback.
And now he's
you
moving
bring-
up. Now he's moving up the draft. He's going into the
Yeah.
first round now.
Yeah, but do you think they'd want to get another if they don't think the concussion thing is going to pass, and they do give up? They're not giving two of that. You bring in another young quarterback because I'm surprised they were even looking at him in the first place because you have Skyler on the team, who they were high on in the preseason, before the season to keep him on the roster. But if they didn't like what they saw, they could bring in another young quarterback to learn from a veteran for 2 years.
Hold on.
Who's a
We're
project?
gonna go. Wait, Todd. In the second round, we're gonna go draft a quarterback.
That's what they were
What?
bringing up. We were looking at. It's not going to happen, but that's
What
what
are
they
we
were looking at.
doing here?
The Gators quarterback.
We're just
They
wasting
were.
time.
They were.
We're just
Yeah,
wasting time.
exactly.
Why are we
I don't want
drafting
to
a
waste
young
time
quarterback?
talking about that because my thing is it's like I said
David.
before. I don't care.
Yo,
if
can
it's
you hear me or
Aaron
no?
Rodgers, we can
Yeah,
go get
we hear
Lamar
you.
Jackson.
I can
Fuck,
barely hear
don't
you
give a
guys,
shit
though.
who it is. But Tom Brady is a fucking itch in the crawl and it's fucking
You just
selling
mad
out.
that Tom Brady
That's
been
all
beating
it
us.
is.
Bro, I
all these
can't
years.
trust no man who
I'm
can't keep his
mad
wife,
because
bro. I
Tom
trust
Brady's
no man
so
who can't keep his
successful.
wife.
Yeah.
Give me a fucking break, you. Nobody asked you for morality and relationship advice over here. At the end of the
Dude,
day,
I don't give a damn who you
that
are.
Tom Brady,
I don't care who you are, bro. You should know who I am, bro. I don't give a damn what you think, you moron.
You a
You guys
moron.
give a damn.
Yeah, I
You guys
just heard
actually,
it.
you guys actually know
Stop
each other.
sucking the Bozak of Tom Brady, bro.
Just like you two in there suck the cock of Tua. So nobody says shit over here. At the end
Yeah,
of the
that's
day,
fucking
CT,
hilarious, Brian. because I
Bozak
just
sucker.
said, go get me fucking Aaron Rodgers, Lamar Jackson. I just think going again Tom Brady.
No,
You guys,
That's
hey
it.
David and Brian, you guys actually know each other, by the way. You actually do. You guys
Yeah, I
actually
know. I'm playing with him.
Oh, we do know each other? I don't know. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know him.
Brian's smart. He's like, I'm not going to say I don't know him. Shit.
No, but CT, I'm
Don't
saying,
associate me with David. No, I'm kidding, David.
CT, you have to literally get your emotions.
Well, you say I can barely hear you all, bro. For real.
Okay, CT, you got to get your emotions out of it. The only reason why you're feeling this way is because Tom Brady beat us all these years and the rivalry. Get out your feelings. The Tampa Bay.
I understand that part, but again, the whole point is I'm not trying to get a 1 fucking year rental on a guy to come
What do you mean?
Even if
What do you mean not get a
can I
rental?
fucking
Bro, y'all will sell your soul to the devil for 1 Super Bowl instead of trying to build a team,
Why
bro.
not? We had 20 years of
Because
poverty.
again, the whole point is do you want to go another 50 goddamn years without a
Yeah,
fucking
exactly.
Super
What do you
Bowl?
mean sell
Or
out?
do you want to hold our fucking our front office and our scouts accountable for the fact that they can't find the fucking talent?
Damn, Batman, this has become more Wildin' Out Wednesday than the Wildin' Out Wednesday in the morning.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, CT. CT, here's the thing. Let's not forget the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What did they do? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers went to go get the gold.
You might want to go grab a couple.
The Tampa Bay went to go get the 6-time Super Bowl winner, Tom Brady, and he immediately went to the Super Bowl. You don't understand. Tom Brady also has strings he could pull. He could have guys come here in cheaper contracts. He's not going to cost draft picks. You don't got to trade Christian Wilkins and Jalen Waddle and nothing. He's the cheapest option and the best option, and he's going to maximize this offense. I don't care if
Now, let me ask you a question real quick, because you just brought up this point, Terry. So you're right. He can bring in all these guys cheap, right, for the next year or two. What happens when when he retires? Then
it don't
what?
matter because we have a 2-year window anyway.
It doesn't matter because if we get 2 years out of him and we possibly go to the AFC Championship, it's worth it to fucking destroy the team and have to start all over again in 2 more years.
The team wasting time. You're destroying the team, wasting time. Why not get Tom Brady while you have your 2-year window and you're guaranteed a Super Bowl in one of those years?
Hey guys, let me ask you something. Why do we have a 2-year window?
Money on that, Terry. Even if Tom Brady comes here, I guarantee
of course, what Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle.
We ain't winning a
goddamn thing. I got a question for the panel.
Fucking trip on the goddamn couch watching the play.
I got a question for the panel. Why do you think we all have a 2-year window? Because the only contract that would make it a 2-year window is the quarterback.
I got you. So, originally when Tyreek Hill and Armstead were signed to the team, they had an out and the 3-year mark where the Dolphins could cut bait and only have a $4 million cap hit on each of them. And you don't have to pay them the remaining 2 years. So at that point, you do got to pay Waddle. You're not going to be paying Waddle and Tyreek. So it's not just Tua that you got to pay. It's contracts like Wilkins, Zach Zeiler, that you're going to have to look at. Javon Holland,
here's what I'm saying.
Jalen
Waddle.
Yeah, but here's what I'm saying though.
Holland, you got to forget Javon Holland is coming up too.
Yeah. So when we had at the beginning of the season, we had a 3-year window. Now we have a 2-year window.
Exactly, Batman.
Before we can manipulate those contracts. So in reality, we do have a 2-year window.
And Batman, and this the thing, right? That's what I'm saying.
But we have a 2-year. So we have a 2-year window. Instead of trying to improve the team, we're going to try to make the most of this 2-year window.
Improve the team? The team's already improved.
So that we can fucking have a goddamn dynasty of our own instead of fucking having people on a cocksucker's fucking mentality and going,
you guys sound like the movie Grown Up.
CT, can I tell you something, CT?
Can I tell you the tail end of this? That's exactly
let me tell you this. I get what you're saying, and I get what Brian's saying and what Todd is saying. But this is my thing. Again, I'm not a big fan of Brady coming here, but I'm gonna tell you the thing. I've never been able to witness, not because of my age, only because I've been a diehard basketball fan since I was 2 years old. I got a basketball put in my hand at 3 years old. I played basketball my whole life. Didn't get into football until Ricky Williams' first year as a Miami Dolphin. I've never witnessed, and again, I'm not impatient. That's one thing you need to know about me. I'm not impatient. I'm willing to wait it out, but I understand the Miami fan base. The Miami fan base is very, very, very cutthroat. Desperate and cutthroat. And this is the thing.
Yeah.
It's not about being a fan of 30 years, 40 years, 10 years, 5 years, 25 years. Miami fan base is cutthroat and they want to see things happen into fruition. We're tired of mediocrity. We're tired. Listen, we're tired of losing. So you can understand the fan base. But then when you hear people that have been watching the Phins since the 70s, got to see those great glory years of the Super Bowls, going into the 80s with the Dan Marino era, the later years of Dan Marino in the 90s. Then we had the whole fiasco. I'm not going to get into everything, all the 47, 85 quarterbacks. My thing is, though, you're telling this fan base, CT, that we know we have a Super Bowl caliber team. Do we need some pieces here and there? Yes. Do we need a bit of coaching on some sides of the special teams and defense? Yes. But this is the best roster I've ever seen on paper. I think we can all agree on that.
I agree.
Now,
and I've said
that being said, I get what you mean about. I'm gonna let you cook after.
Let him cook.
I get what you mean as far as building what you started. I get it, CT. But it's very hard to tell this fan base, especially the guys that that they've been seeing this team for 40 years, that you have the chance to get the greatest quarterback we've ever seen, regardless if he was a Patriot or not. And we have the option to get him, and you don't have to trade for him. And he's willing to come here, regardless of the situations that he's in. And he's willing, and the possibility of a Super Bowl becomes that much more. I think it's hard to tell the fan base, no, we're not going to do that. That's where I see Ross having private conversations with Brady and saying, listen, man, you cost me a draft pick. He's going to tell you everything I told you today about Brady. You have a house. I can help you out. I could get you into ownership after you retire. He could feed him the world. And you think Tom Brady's going to turn that down?
And hold on, Batman. And he can do it.
Todd. No, he said he was.
I love that take, Batman. That's my favorite take of yours.
I don't disagree with that, but my issue is this is where people fucking get their ass hurt. I don't give a fuck if Tua doesn't work out. Get rid of him. I'm not a fucking Tua lover. The only time I've ever defended Tua is because of the medical aspect, and I understand that the unfair fucking things that have said, just like the medical evidence proves that this concussion bullshit, but people want to hang on it. And that's bullshit. If you want to talk about the ribs and the finger, let's talk about that. I'm realistic.
Are we talking about the above average Tua? Are we talking about Tua? I'm talking about the great Tom Brady.
Can I please fucking finish? My problem
I'll be back.
So
I gotta call the wife.
See, we go in and Brady plays another 2 years. So what is our long-term answer? And I don't give a fuck, even if it's not.
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Let's worry about winning Super Bowls.
That's the problem. Is you're so worried about the Super Bowl here and now that you're
why would I not worry about the Super Bowl?
CT. This is your long-term. This is, bro. Let's say he comes
realistic.
CT. Let's say he comes here. Let's say he comes here on a 1-year deal. Bro. He comes on a 1-year deal and with a player option the second year. Miami Dolphins have a plethora of picks. They have all their picks in 2024. Except I think they're fourth, maybe. But
you got a lot of money too.
And then you have a machine.
We traded our first for Tyreek. The next
2024. No, we have our first round, second round, third round in 2024.
Exactly, Batman.
We don't have a fourth or a fifth. It's one of those that we don't have a fourth or a fifth, but we do have those picks.
It's the fifth. We gave him the extra.
It's the fifth. If you want to draft a quarterback in a quarterback draft that is stacked
and develop him under Tom Brady,
you still draft that quarterback. And then you're hitting the reset with that quarterback, and maybe you still have Brady for a second year. But that is the option. That is the option.
But Batman, what I'm saying is, why are we shunning this idea? Because when we go into the next season with Tua, we're gonna have question marks anyways. Is he gonna stay healthy? Is he gonna be this? Is he gonna be that? I don't want none of that nonsense. We have 2 years left. I don't want to waste it. We're not even gonna give him a 5th year option.
Okay. First of all, hold on.
Let me give you a private. Let me give you a shout out. Shout out to Green Rat again. I think Green Rat heard me. Shout out to Green Rat coming on, and shout out to Ali. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you. I just want to comment on this real quick. I'm kind of tired of hearing people like complaining about what are we going to do? We have no long-term plan. I don't think people realize what we do have available to us. If you look at our team and the contracts that we have valuable players on this team that have tradable contracts. You know, Ogba's a contract, for example. Do we really need him? If we kept the team as
I can make an argument for it, but I'll let you cook.
Okay, but I'm just saying, if you look at the defensive line, how it is now, with Ogba being injured and out, right? And let's say you kept everybody else, you can afford to trade him and get some of that draft capital back for 2024. There's a couple quarterbacks I know for a fact that are going to be in 2024. And one guy I've been preaching to him all day is Sam Hartman. That's a guy that I'm okay with. If I'm the Dolphins, if you have Tom Brady or some player of that stature in your back pocket, you go get Sam Hartman because he is your future, and you can still win a Super Bowl at the exact same time.
Is he the guy that Steven has been calling the greatest quarterback he's ever seen in his life?
I don't know if it's Steven is saying that, but I'm telling you right now, he has one of the strongest arms I've seen, and he can drop dimes all over the place like it's not.
So he would be the number one pick of the draft.
I don't know. I don't know if he will be. I mean, I can just tell you, I'm very surprised he played for Wake Forest. He just transferred to Notre Dame. So
it might not be him. There's a guy that everybody talks about in the morning every single day. It seems like I hear something about him. Is the greatest quarterback prospect, even better than Andrew Luck or Tua. And
I don't know. The guy I like is Sam
Hartman. He walks
Hartman.
on water. No. Everybody tells me he walks on water. He
can stay away from those quarterbacks.
I've heard everything.
Stuff like that. Stay away from those.
You're not gonna get shit from Agba. Because nobody's taking on that large ass contract unless
that's
you
not true. If you look at it, that's not true though. CT, bro, you don't. Okay, CT, hold on, CT.
Let me rebuttal first, Ali, because I literally we got into this argument today, literally about 3 hours.
No worries, go ahead.
So Emmanuel Agba, for a lot of people, it doesn't make any sense. He's making 17 million even if he's a rotational piece, he's gonna make 17 million, right? Because you have if you go to a 4-3 defense. He is going to be the rotational piece because you have your 4 starters, right? And you don't want to pay a guy 17 million. But here's this is the hypothetical you got to see, CT. Again, Agba, like EM said, he's been our best defensive lineman the last 2 years as far as leading the league in batted balls, and he pressures as well. Christian gives you the tackles, yes, but Agba gets in your face. And he is great. He had the injury. You know the CT. We've been talking about it. He had the injury, so I don't even want to count this year. We made the move for Chubb because we needed that help from what we weren't getting from Agba. Then Agba got hurt, but that's the reason why we got Chubb. Now, that being said, going into the future, Zach Zeeler, Christian Wilkins, Raekwon Davis, all 3 are up for a contract after this season.
Yeah, you're not keeping all of them.
Mind you, Christian Wilkins, even though he has 1 more year with the Miami Dolphins, his contract is going to be done this offseason, long term.
Oh, yeah.
Right? That being said, we can argue about the price. We were arguing that too. We're going to get into it. But then you get into Zach Zeeler. He's a great piece. Think about it like this. Not only is he a great piece, he's making about $2.5 million. Was 5th in the league in tackles as a defensive lineman, not a defensive tackle or an end. As a defensive lineman, was 5th in the league with 77% of his snaps played. If Miami decides to move on from Zeidler, because you can probably get a 2nd-round pick, a high 2nd-round pick from him, from a team that needs that position, you can then plug in Agba. Hold on. Then you can plug in Agba in his spot and see if he can work in that spot next to Christian Wilkins.
See, can I explain why? And I was trying to explain.
Before you go, CT,
I'm sorry, CT, but I cut you off. Go ahead.
And then you go, CT. However you guys want to do it.
Yeah, you go first, CT. You're trying to explain something. You go first, then I'll go. Go ahead.
The thing I was trying to say is the reason that I don't like the Agba thing, and this is just my opinion, when you have linemen that start having back issues, that's a whole nother ball game. And that is something that it concerns me. That is something that, like I said, if I see that, there's no way.
I see it, Batman.
Yeah, I see it, Batman.
And I disagree with that take. I think that kid is going to be a bust, bro. I'm telling you right now, there's quarterbacks that played in the same conference that's better than him. Go ahead, CT. Go ahead with what you're saying.
I was just saying, do you guys understand what I'm trying to say in that aspect is, once a lineman starts having back injuries, that's a huge fucking red flag. And my thing is once you get into that, it's not just your team's medical professionals and evaluators that understand that. It's other teams too. And that's where I feel like, again, even if we try to trade him at 16 million, they're going to want to, or 17 million, Batman said, they're going to want to take us to take on a lot of that contract. And even if we do, what are we going to get? A third out of him? A fourth out of them?
Well, first of all,
maybe?
that's
Fourth or
the thing. That's the thing that you guys discount Chris Greer for. Regardless of what he tends to get
Hello,
more
mommy.
than what we think people are really going to get realistically.
Hello, mommy.
Nobody thought
I
that
agree with
Devontae
that
Parker was
part.
going to be a 3rd-round pick. Did
There
you
you
think
go.
that, Batman? Did you think that?
No.
Nobody thought that. So he really is a charlatan. He always gets more than what his player is worth. So I'm not going to discount Greer for that. What I will discount Greer for, what I will discount Greer for is the fact, can he really scout and properly draft our future? And that is the question mark now. And this is what he's failed at, because I don't think he listens to his scouting department as much as he should. That's what my concern is.
And I agree. Let me hold on, CT. Hold on, CT. I gotta be able to say I'm the host. I gotta be able to say something. Hold on.
But I just want to finish at this, and I'll let you go, Batman. I'm sorry. This is my counterpoint to CT real quick. My thing is that Ogba's, if you look at his contract, it is very tradable compared to other top players at his position that was getting paid around the same time. You also, I still am not sold. No, it was like a 4 or 5 year deal. I believe he got, and it was like 15 million a season or something like that. It was something way lower than what we thought he was getting. I think it's like 17 mil.
We're paying him 17 this year, Batman.
Yeah, I think it's like 17. Yeah. Is it a 4-year deal? I think it's a 4-year deal.
Let me check. Let me check.
Yeah, go ahead. But the other thing is, I'm not sold that Christian Wilkins is going to be on this team. I think he might get traded.
It was a 4-year deal.
Yeah,
so now Christian Wilkins.
Now, if you're gonna say we're gonna trade Christian Wilkins,
I don't want to. I don't want to. But
this is my thing. He gives you the most.
Happen.
He gives you the most capital. But this is my thing, and this is the hard part. And this is the argument we had today. Christian Wilkins, if you notice, one, this man is always standing up on the sidelines, whether he's on defense or offense. This man don't sit down. This man is a cheerleader for this team. He hypes everybody up. He wants everybody to be successful. He's one of the first guys downfield when we score a touchdown. He is the only player that we can say he's a little bit feisty on both sides of the line, or their offense or D. He gets in people's faces. He talks a lot of crap, gets in people. He plays the mental game. That's something that we lack. And he gives you that aspect, kind of like Landry used to do on the offense. We haven't had that since then. And I'm not saying Landry's a world beater, but we haven't had that type of player that riles everybody up, gets everybody excited, gets in people's faces, talks to the quarterback, gets in his head, and tries to manipulate that game. And then you have the actual game. I am not letting him go. I don't care if it commands $100 million contract. I am not letting him go. My thing that scares me, the thing that scares the living crap out of me, is that Zach Zeiler has Drew Rosenhaus as his agent. You're talking about a man that has literally made about $5 million since he's been a Miami Dolphin. Put that into perspective. That man is going to break the bank. And I'm talking about 100. I'm not talking about 100 million. That's ridiculous. But I'm talking about $40-50 million deal that he can command. At that point, we're not going to be able to sign him. And you still have Ogba under contract.
And that's why Ogba is the trade.
See, I would trade Ogba and Raekwon and get as much as I can for the two of them.
That's actually not a bad deal. I kind of like that idea. Only I don't want to lose Raekwon Davis if he's healthy, but he doesn't stay healthy. That's the other part.
Not only that, but I love Raekwon, but it's again, Zeiler and Christian Wilkins have been outplaying him, so he plays sparingly in that rotation. And if you're going to say, oh, we got to pay Raekwon too, I'd rather not pay Raekwon. I'd rather fucking pay Zeiler, say, 10-12 million a year and pay Christian Wilkins 20-24.
Right. I don't see Raekwon being a long-term situation.
Baker needs to go
but it could be cheap.
Baker needs to go to Ogba and Baker to somebody. There you go.
Listen, I hear you. And listen, we even talked about how we fix his linebacker.
How the fuck is Baker making? Oh my!
We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that tomorrow. But we even literally planned out the whole linebacker unit is fixed, like with this idea that we put together. Shout out to everybody today on the Twitter Spaces. We literally made the best linebacker room that the Miami Dolphins possibly could go into next season, and it is spectacular. I think everybody should tune in tomorrow night at 8:30. Tomorrow I'm going early, by the way. I'm going at 1:30 p.m. 1:30 p.m. tomorrow.
Oh, that's
gonna be a great show. Yeah, we're gonna do an early show. Instead of Twitter, we're gonna be doing a YouTube.
No, it's Thursday. Never mind.
Tomorrow's Thursday. Tomorrow's my day off, so I'm cooking throughout the day on YouTube. It's gonna be great. tune in. If you catch it on the replay, catch it because it's going to be worth it. We're going to talk about the linebacking unit, which has been our weakest unit. I know people want to say the quarterback unit, but it's been our weakest unit for the last 17,
that's one of our weak units.
18 years. 18 years has been the weakest unit we've had. So I'm tired of that. I think we all want to fix this linebacker unit. If you have ideas, bring them tomorrow. We're going to talk about it. I'm definitely going to talk about it. But I'm cooking for another 6 minutes. I got to go at 10. But yeah, talk to us, guys. Talk to us. I haven't even heard from Green Rat yet. What's going on, Green Rat?
Oh, just kind of hanging here. Earlier, I heard you guys talking about in the Twitter spaces about rushing attempts and stuff, and us not having enough rushing attempts. Something that would improve that rushing attempts is how many possessions, how many drives we have per game. I don't think we average very high in number of drives per game. You add a couple more drives every game and stuff, then obviously your numbers will go up. So I think you really need to look more at percentage of what we run versus running attempts, because I think it's
the percentage.
The number of drives really has a lot to do with that.
We're very good as far as I think we average 4.1 yards per carry, which is pretty impressive. But we have to be more efficient with the running. I think that's what you're trying to say, Green Rat, and then add a little bit more attempts, but you still have to be a little bit more efficient. Because we look at teams like Kansas City, which they only average 1.5 yards more than 1.5 more carries than us per game, but they have about 14 touchdowns rushing or 11 touchdowns rushing, something ridiculous. But
I think those numbers are skewed though, because we all know at the beginning of the season we had no fucking run game. The problem is it's when we picked up Jeff Wilson Jr. and Mostert got healthy, that all of a sudden we got an explosion in the second half of the season.
Yeah, but also McDaniel needs to get better at when to transition from the run to the pass or pass to the run. We get hot, we got the team on the ropes, we're about to score, and all of a sudden he completely changes what we've been doing, and it's the wrong timing. And that's what he needs to get better in year 2.
That's part
absolutely.
Of it.
But if you remember, a lot of those things, it wasn't early in the season where we had a run game to depend on. It was later in the season where we were running really well. And then Mike McDaniel goes, "Oh, this is working? Nah, I'm not going to call that anymore."
Batman, what I'm trying to say is say we're averaging 20-some runs a game, 23, whatever it was.
It was 23.
If we have more possessions, we will get more attempts just on the thing that we have the ball more, and we will run another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, runs a game just because we have more possessions.
Well,
so I think the number of possessions.
Everybody's going to get out here and get butt hurt because you're blaming the defense because they can't get off the field on third down.
It's not even that. It's not even that. It's if we're not having to be in a shootout.
We left that a long time ago.
I know it kind of leans towards defense. I'm just saying, it would be very interesting to see where we stack up in the league of how many times we have possessions, but possessions can end, like a couple of our possessions this year, we knelt the last one. Some games we only had 8 possessions, 8 or 9. The league average is over somewhere like 11 to 12. Our rushing numbers, our passing numbers, all that stuff, you got to take into consideration because like Tom Brady ends up with like 200-300 more attempts than a lot of other quarterbacks, but is that because he has more possessions during the game, or is he throwing? I think it's a very big factor in looking at all this stuff. Before we say, well, we just need rushing attempts. Well, percentage kind of shows more than rushing attempps, I guess.
I don't want Saquon Barkley here because he's going to end up getting hurt unless there's a Barry Sanders coming in. No, I'm talking about rushing the ball. I'm talking about rushing the ball.
$20 million a year.
No, I'm talking about running the ball. No matter who's back there, I don't think McDaniels felt comfortable with all the offensive line changes we had to go through with injuries.
I agree.
I think that's a big reason.
So does Eichenberg.
Mm-hmm.
So who do you want, Todd? In exchange for Barkley, who would you want? Because we're not going to get the guy that me and Batman want. That guy now is being mock draft as the 3rd overall player taken.
Right, and I agree with you.
Top 20, yeah.
Actually, according to the latest mock draft that I trust, it's number 3.
You asked me a question. Hold on, CT. He asked me a question. Who I want?
Yeah, who do you want?
I want to run it back until we get the offensive line picks, then put a running back behind a good line.
I know, but put a name on it. What running back that's in this free agency would you want? Outside, is it Josh Jacobs because he's a free agent? Is that who you want instead of Barkley?
Not taking anybody.
Why would we get Josh Jacobs and Barkley?
I don't know. These are some of the guys that are available.
I'm not investing. I'm not investing in anybody.
Fournette is available.
We had 2 guys on our. We had 2 guys in our backfield this year that averaged 4.9 a carry.
Mm-hmm.
I want to run it back with them as cheaper so we can get the offensive line pick.
See, what I think is going to happen. What I think is going to happen is that we're going to re-sign Morstead and Wilson, and then we're going to draft in the third round, the second round pick. We're going to draft Tucker from Syracuse. That's what I think is going to happen.
Now, see, I can see that.
What I was going to say is
we're going to get into that. Hold on, we're going to get into all that talk. On Friday and Thursday.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to jump the gun on that.
We're gonna get into that talk. I just want to say real quick.
Go ahead, Batman. Go ahead.
I wasn't on last night.
It was the night before when we were talking with DTA, remember? And we did the mock draft. We did, we did a mock draft together, and I kept saying every round, I said, let's go look at the running backs. Every round, I said, let's go look at the offensive lineman, and that's where I was saying is you got to get the most bang for your buck, and I agree with what you said earlier. That's what frustrates me with Ali or Ali with Greer is
I can't trust him to do it. Yeah,
you go out and you overreach for other bullshit instead of going, okay, what's the sensible fucking pick here? What would a smart person do? But
see, at this point, if we're not picking
dumbass fucking
if we're not picking number ones, if we're not picking number 1 in any of our next couple drafts, you have to go with position of need. And in my opinion, the draft, and I know you guys want to talk about it tomorrow, but the draft is going to be corner, linebacker, running back in that order. That's exactly what's going to happen.
Hey guys,
either that order, I'm okay with that. I just need those 3 positions.
We're right where we want to be, though. Greer has knocked out some good second-round picks. We don't. He's only screwed up on
Xavier Howard.
He's only screwed up on the first rounders. We don't have any this year. We're right where we want to be.
The third rounders and 4th rounders have been suspect for the last 3 years. So
listen, y'all. Listen.
Real
quick, everybody. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Batman is signing off. We got Neil Driscoll in the house. I'm gonna say what's up to him real quick. Jump on Twitter if y'all can. I'm just gonna be there for 5 minutes. I do gotta go. I got something I gotta take care of. Tomorrow, 1:30 p.m. Phinsaholics. Everybody, Fins up, man. Hit the like button as y'all leave, man. I appreciate everybody coming through, man. Let's see. Let's
have a good night, Batman.
Appreciate it, guys.